The finals just got a major update for GeForce users. We also have Embarks' somewhat official response to some of the criticisms with aim assist. We've also had some more big articles pop up in the recent days, as well as some new information around the potential of some future updates, and a whole bunch more. We got a lot to talk about. What's up, world? Should back at the rip, touching on all things the finals. Okay, so first up we do have the GeForce news, and this does pertain to the cloud-based service GeForce Now, which did officially get announced on the actual Discord, where EMBARK Dusty went on to say here, we're happy to announce that starting today you can load into the arena on Nvidia GeForce Now. And back when the original game launched, I did have some commenters about that, and it did take quite a while. Usually it's only a few days, however this one did take quite a while to get on GeForce Now. However, that's more akin to some single player games, so yeah, maybe it being a multiplayer game there was more complexities there. However, at least now that there is official support, and again that might have been attributed to the holiday season as well as kind of the break period that we had, at least pertaining to why this took so long. We also did have another update just posted this morning by EMBARK Dusty about some daily contracts. Now as of today, apparently there are some daily contracts that are missing. They mentioned here that tomorrow they'll be back on track and doing their best to make sure this doesn't happen again. And they also went on here to give us some future updates on what we might be expecting in the next coming weeks. They said also good to note that we've been keeping on track with the current conversation around all the pain points and the gears are in motion for the coming weeks, and to expect some updates. Which yeah, it's been actually quite some time since the last patch that we've received, which was on December 20th, although however with all the holiday stuff and everything going on there is some excuse for that. Just glad that we're seeing some type of communication here and some updates regarding what's going on behind the scenes. I've also noticed that a lot of the devs are a lot more active now these past few hours, and today especially. It seemed like for a week or so there wasn't a lot of communication, maybe a lot of stuff for the holidays, etc. However, now we are seeing more messages flow in from the developers, especially Dusty. Now again, someone further asked here, when are the updates happening? And Dusty would just responded with the soon meme, as there is something coming very soon. Again, just to showcase that there is some sort of back and forth communication now, as we are seeing that as of now. We do have an update to that aim assist situation, as we have a lot of discussion around this aim assist topic. And I know I've covered this basically in like every single video. However, now we do actually have like a somewhat official response from EMBARK. At least this is through the actual Discord and through the actual ticket system from an official reply. Now this actually is about both aim assist and the subreddit as a whole. So through this ticket here, this person asked, hello, do you guys monitor the subreddit for feedback? I just want to know if anything posted there ever gets seen by the devs. And they also added here, currently aim assist is being discussed heavily on there, as wondering if the devs are aware. And they did actually reply to both of those things here. So from the Eggmail ticket, they said, hello friend, we are not monitoring the subreddit. Even if we do, on occasion, look it over. If you want to send us feedback, we recommend entering the finals Discord launch feedback or directly to our support here, which of course they did, and they discussed the aim assist stuff. I'll be sure to link out to this little link they have there, as well as the Discord and the channel if I can. Now they added here down below, as for the subject of aim assist, the team is well aware of the community sentiment, and while we have nothing to share on the subject currently, rest assured we've heard multiple feedback and suggestions that we've noted down. Now at least they are looking at what aim assist has kind of been being capable of as these later years. I do think if we look to some recent games like Call of Duty, Apex, Fortnite, etc., we've had a lot of these recent games that have really kind of upped how strong aim assist is. Now I do think they definitely needed to add some more balance there. However, it does seem like we're at a point where it just seems like a bit overtuned. I know there's a bit of an argument there. It's like, well, then just turn off crossplay. But even if you turn off crossplay, people can be using a controller or a keyboard on usually both different setups. So there really isn't a mitigation there unless you do based on the input, and that kind of does segment matchmaking out a little bit too much for games, and I kind of do enjoy the crossplay aspect of everything. And there has already been several videos by now kind of showing the snappiness of aim assist. Now typically on PC, aim assist usually isn't as strong as it is on consoles because of frame rate and a few other kind of variables. However, you can just see here how much I am able to snap to the target just using like an aftermarket plug and play controller. I do think that's attributed to one setting here that says aim snapping or zoom snapping, which does seem pretty insane that the game has something called zoom snapping, which is also accompanied by target tracking and even sensitivity reduction, meaning that you can't target off or move off of an enemy as easy. As of these recent years, and with all these recent big titles, it does feel like aim assist is just a little on the overtuned side, or a little bit on the strong side, especially when you watch some clips where it completely shows where it snaps to a target, or completely traces and tracks a target over a zip line. There's been several clips like that and of that nature. It does feel and look odd when we look at this 50 years of video game revenue. Now, this has been adjusted for inflation. This is like a really cool research paper infograph that has been kind of labeled out. And if you do compare here the console to PC, where PC's at 45 billion and that console is at 30 billion. However, overall, this is potentially a skewed metric because of how many games are on the PC compared to console. It's even worse when you look at something like this metric, where you see that 36% of games are purchased at full price on PC, and that 75% of PC gamers report that AAA PC games are too expensive. Again, it's just alluding to different stuff of where they are attributing money factors, and yeah, if they are going to pertain to a certain audience or a certain specific audience that they're going to pertain to, probably going to pertain to the one with the higher margins or higher revenue. It's really hard to blame them for certain things about how they change certain stuff, or at least cater to a certain audience. However, it is kind of off-putting at the last second there that they did change aim assist so significantly from beta to its full release. That, and also some of the movement changes from the original closed beta all the way now to release. It does seem like they kind of went the Hyperscape route there and tried to cater to the console audience last minute, as I think they kind of realized that they had the PC audience for the most part already there. Hopefully it works out for the game's longevity. I do understand why they're going that route. I just hope that they kind of get the aim assist and everything more in tune, but we'll have to see how that all eventually plays out there. Now, we do have another big article popping up here, and it actually did blow up on the Reddit side too. And this is from Dexerto with the article title, "The Final Players Frustrated with the Impossible to Finish Battle Pass." This is another super divisive topic. Some people say that the Battle Pass is incredibly easy to complete and they just get through it quite quickly because they can do the challenges or they have X hours to play per day. I've also seen some that say that they already are finished through the Battle Pass or they've already gotten through a significant amount. Maybe it's because people are used to certain Battle Passes taking significantly longer or feeling like they take significantly longer. However, I will say I still think they can get the balance a little bit more closer to what Fortnite offers. I do think Fortnite kind of does it the right way, where they allow you to complete basically all the challenges that have accumulated over all of the weeks at the very end of the season. Or with the finals, it almost kind of forces you, or at least seemingly kind of FOMOs you into going back and playing the game, as in order to keep up with challenges and keep up with the pace of the season, you will continue to have to do that. Now, it does seem like for the most part, the Battle Pass is pretty fast to level up overall. However, I just wish that they would have that sort of end of the season kind of catch-up mechanic there, as I went over in my last video, and some of that rested XP stuff. Again, it's super divisive there with the fast and the slow. I do think they could mitigate that by just adding that rested XP stuff at the very end. That way people wouldn't feel the FOMO as much, or the beginning of the season. Two last minute mentionables here. There's a really cool one here that on the Reddit that someone put together, which is all 16 win screens that you can get, or at least all 16 different teams that you can get on their win screens. I'll leave a link down below to this actual page if you want to check it out, and all the different kind of win screens. Pretty cool to see them all with all the different team names and all the different kind of locations. Another one here is there is the lack of beard customization for characters. Yeah, I do find that out. I'm kind of amazed that they don't have any facial hair options or anything of that nature, especially during the Santa kind of holiday stuff. They didn't have like a beard or anything that you could have collected. But yeah, it would be cool if we had some more kind of facial features or options there with that. And also, there was a pretty big thread that blew up with the lack of text chat is a massive oversight. I definitely agree, but totally understand why there is no text chat. It does kind of suck that these newer games are like phasing out text chat. I really do miss it and want it with most of my games. But yeah, it's definitely understandable, as a lot of other games have gotten rid of it at this point. Hopefully we do get some more updates in the next coming days/weeks. I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on all that stuff and all the goodies there. And if you enjoyed today's video, I'd like to like and subscribe, and until next, deuces.